guys, welcome back to another video. Of course, whenever you see me sitting like this, you know that I'm about to give some form of informative content or educating content, as most of you would likely say. Oh, I love your videos because they're informative, and my head is swelling. My head is swelling always, but that motivates me to keep dropping like informative content, because I know that it would help someone. It would help someone out there. Okay, so in this video I will be talking about job hunting in the UK, sites you can go or places you can go to job hunt, or fast track your job hunting process. You guys, job hunting is a full-time job in the UK. The only difference is that you are not paid to job hunt, because the effort you put in, so much effort, physical effort, brain effort, mental effort, psychological effort. In fact, you put in so much work to job hunt, and it's even more frustrating that you are job hunting, you're not seeing results. Sometimes you're seeing results, the result is, unfortunately, we can't hire you. Different, like, you guys, if you're coming as a new student, just know that landing your first job may take time. Yeah, it may take time. I'm doing May because some people get their jobs like in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they've gotten a job. It may take time, but don't be hard on yourself. Eventually the job will come. Now you go, even they work, they tire, say, no more, I wish say this job don't tire me, or you get. So it may take time, but don't be hard on yourself. Calm down, just follow the process, keep applying. One day something would show up. Okay, so like I said, job hunting is a full-time job in the UK, and there's no point adding another stress to it. There's no point adding house hunting stress to job hunting stress and mixing. Both of them cannot go. Hey, the two cannot collaborate. The collaboration is deadly. You feel faint. Okay, that's why I always talk to you about Amber, because with Amber, you've taken that house hunting stress off your list, and now you can focus on job hunting and every other thing that matters. So why Amber? Amber has a lot of options for you. So if you have low budget, Amber is there for you. You have high budget, of course, you want to live large, very comfortable, Amber got you. Amber has like a list of different houses, like their deluxe and ensuite. Actually, that's what they call it, deluxe ensuite. Not my pronunciation, but you get what I mean. They have deluxe ensuite. Hey, me, an English graduate, see the way I pronounce. I know it's not deluxe. They have premier ensuite. They have premier luxury ensuite. They have classic ensuite. They have deluxe studio. They have premier studio. Different types of houses based on your budget. And like I said in the last video, these houses are built with facilities like gym. Most of them have gyms. They have cinema rooms. They have laundry rooms. They have different other facilities like game rooms. Name it, outdoor area. They have places to park your bikes, depending on the homes, of course. So these houses are listed like the deluxe ensuite and all of the ensuite and all of that. Of course, the prices will differ, but like I said, not everybody's managing money. That you are managing, that OKK is managing money, does not mean Okafor is managing money. So if you're rich enough, you're buoyant enough, you want to live a comfortable life in the UK, of course, go for the more expensive houses with your bedroom inside, with your kitchen, studio. Basically, Amber got you covered. Like I said, all of these facilities are bills inclusive, so you don't have to pay electricity different, you don't have to pay this different, everything comes with your rent you get. And it's not what you see versus what you get. No, what you see is exactly what you get. Another exciting thing about Amber is the fact that you can do replacement tenants are allowed for most of the houses. What do I mean? So you stayed for 10 weeks, you stayed for 20 weeks, and you feel like, I need to move out of this city, or I need to move out of this area. Trust me, most of these houses allow you to have replacement tenants, so you get a replacement and you can leave. So of course, the icing on the cake is that most times you're so tired to go on Google to search which houses there are. It may be stressful. Just download the Amber app. C'est fini, capiche. Download the Amber app, and then you can do all of that on the app. So simple, so easy. If you're stuck anywhere, reach out to them, ask questions, they'll clarify in a few seconds. So Amber helps you with house hunting, but you know who is going to help you with job hunting? Okay, no, if I say me now, you look as if I have my whole life figured out. No, I'm still job hunting. So yesterday I was discussing with my friend, and he's like, what's up? Like, what have you been up to today? And I was like, job hunting. He's like, there is no end to job hunting in the UK. I'm so sorry. Like, even people who you feel are up there and have arrived, they are still job hunting. Let me just tell you the truth, okay? So there's no end to job hunting in the UK. So I still am job hunting. Yeah, you are working here, but you are just... Anyways, let me go straight to some of the sites where you can job hunt in the UK, some of the, you know, popular sites where you can job hunt. And if this is something, in fact, you must be interested, not if this is, you must be interested because it is important if you're a newcomer. And even if you are old, maybe you haven't explored the opportunities in this area, but I feel you should explore. I'm talking too much already. So let's get started with the very, very, very first and arguably most popular job site in the UK. Indeed is the most popular job site in the UK, arguably. Now with Indeed, they post jobs like on a second, daily, second, minutes, hours, like it's up to date. Indeed is always up to date. And of course, like I said, it's the most popular. Now, there are many things that makes Indeed, you know, very nice, very good for job hunters like you. Yeah, because on Indeed, you can set your preferences, like how far you can travel. You can set your preferences to the kind of jobs you're searching for, to the city, to the salary range, to whether you want a temporary job, whether you want a permanent job, whether you want a full-time job. You can make those settings and before you start your search, so that your search is already streamlined. You're not just searching for all types of jobs. For instance, if you're searching for a nursing job in Leeds, for instance, so you can search Leeds nursing job. They'll not ask you how far you can travel. You could say like 5 miles or 10 miles. Then they'll ask you your salary expectation. Those kind of things will help you streamline your search. So Indeed is perfect if you want that. Another thing about Indeed is they have an in-app messaging feature where recruiters reach out to you via Indeed on the messaging app. So instead of coming to your email, while that happens anyways, they come to your email sometimes, but sometimes too they feel like, maybe I feel like they feel it is faster, so they come on the Indeed app on the messaging to send you a direct message. So you can now respond to that direct message. They could ask a few questions to say, okay, if you respond to this question, we can now proceed by contacting you via a call. I've gotten several of those, by contacting you via a call or email. So when you respond to those messages, they can now proceed. Mind you, when you're applying on Indeed, you have to be careful because on that in-app message, a lot of people don't see those messages because they are just concerned with applying, because in their mind, these guys are going to send you an email. Always check the mailbox. If you check, I'll do a screenshot on the Indeed app. You will see that message, this thing. Always check whether you have new messages. When you have new messages, of course, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, depending on the number of messages you have. Always check that in-app message is really very important because I feel like they think response is faster when they send a message there. So please check. Another thing about Indeed is the fact that they notify you when your employer has moved to another stage. So sometimes you apply to jobs and your mind is on that job. You're like, God, please help me. I want to get this job. But sometimes the employer has moved on. So what Indeed does is Indeed comes to your email to tell you, oh, we're sorry, you did not get to the next stage of the interview because the interviewer has moved on to another stage. This is, well, it's a sad news to a lot of people, especially if you are hoping that, oh God, this guy should contact me, this guy should contact. But at least it helps you remove your mind from that job and focus on, you know, other things. So Indeed is quite good. It has a lot of features you can take advantage of. So you can upload your CV, different CVs, of course. So when you're applying to a particular job in a different field, you can upload a different CV. When you're applying to another one in a particular field, you can upload different CV. The good thing about Indeed is that you have a fixed CV. For instance, you have one CV, so you can use that one CV to apply to 30, 40 jobs, of course, similar jobs, of course, you get. So Indeed allows you to create a profile. On that profile, you can set your preferences. On that profile, you can, of course, your date of birth, your address, your phone number, email, where you live, all of that. They will even ask you if employers can search you. Of course, yes, that feature is there, but I've not had any employer contact me directly without me applying. But Indeed is quite vast. If you are looking to expand your search, of course, Indeed is really very important. The next job site to search for jobs is Glassdoor. Of course, Glassdoor is, everybody knows Glassdoor. While Indeed is more popular than Glassdoor, I think, anyways, for job search, Glassdoor has unique features. So it has most of the features that Indeed has. But one feature I like about Glassdoor is the fact that you can get reviews of the company you're applying to. So there are real life reviews from former employees, yeah, and present employees of these companies right there on Glassdoor. So if you're applying to, let's say, company A, you already know what to expect before you even apply, because people always say, oh, low pay. People will say, oh, the job is too stressful for little pay. Another person would say, oh, the job is quite okay, they have good condition of service. So you already know what to expect when you apply on Glassdoor. Another exciting thing, of course, is that you can apply directly, or Glassdoor can refer you to apply on the employer's website. Well, Indeed does that. Most of these job sites always do that, but Glassdoor gives you a true picture of the company you are applying to. So you're not just applying, okay, let me just apply. So sometimes when you read those reviews, you can tell yourself the truth whether this job is even worth it, whether you can even sift out whether or not this job would even come. So you already have an idea that they may not even contact you by reading reviews or by seeing what other people had to say about the company. Glassdoor is also like Indeed. They advertise for recent jobs. Mind you, most of these job sites, the jobs they I advertise for are like, maybe most of these jobs have closed. It's only Indeed and maybe some other site that will be sincere enough to tell you that, oh, this job has closed, or show you the date that the job was even initially advertised. Most other job sites, trust me, a job that was advertised 3 months ago is still on their website. You don't know, you're just applying, wasting your time and all of that. So Glassdoor advertises for newer jobs. So you can also explore Glassdoor. Another good thing with Glassdoor is that you can subscribe to their email list. Well, in fact, all of the job sites have that option where you subscribe to their email listing, where they give you job alerts on the particular job you're interested in. For instance, if you're always applying for teaching roles, they always give you alerts. They always send alerts on teaching roles near you and all of that. Indeed does that, Glassdoor does that, CV Library does that, most of these other job sites do it. So while you are job hunting, always subscribe to their email list, because sometimes you might not be on your laptop actively searching, but then you get notification that, oh, these people are hiring, and because of that notification, you just apply immediately. Of course, you know that when you apply immediately, you have a higher chance of getting hired, at least, because most of these hire, especially if that position needs to be filled urgently, immediately they advertise and they start getting a lot of responses. They just go through those responses immediately so they can close it and get done with that phase. Okay, so try Glassdoor. The third site you should probably explore, which is very important, CV Library. See, if you don't take Indeed seriously, you don't take Glassdoor seriously. See this third one, take it seriously, and I'll tell you why. Now, CV Library advertises for jobs just like every other one. Of course, you can search, you can sift out the type of job you want, but one unique thing about CV Library is the fact that employers can view your profile. Indeed says that happens, but I've not seen results with that as much as I have seen with CV Library. Employers can view your profile, view your CV, and if they're comfortable with your CV, they like your CV, what they see, they will contact you directly. It doesn't just end there. Apart from contacting you directly, when you go on CV Library, you can see the employers that viewed your profile. So why would anybody want to view your profile if not like they've seen? Why would they want to view your CV, not your profile and your CV? Of course, they've seen something about your profile and they're like, okay, let me view this person's CV. So they have viewed your CV. You can see that 30 employers viewed your CV. You can look at the employee, like the name of these companies and all of that. It's even a good thing, because even if when they don't reach out to you, you can see that they have viewed your profile. Why not you reach out to them? You viewed my profile, please come. Why did you view my profile in the first place and you not get back to me? Newsflash, I currently work with 4 teaching agencies, like registered with 4 teaching agencies. Out of that 3, okay, no, I work with 4, but 3 other agencies or 3 agencies have contacted me through CV Library. I currently work with the 2, but one of them, it didn't just work out because, well, long story, it didn't work out between me and them, because at some point I was doing the registration and I stopped. Okay, so they didn't get back to me, so I just left them and continued with the others. Okay, 2 of them I currently work with reached me through CV Library. So they went through my profile, they went through my CV, they're like, okay, this person has teaching experience. They called me. Of course, they start with a call. That's why when most people ask me, can I start job hunting from Nigeria, I tell you, to be honest, no, because these guys always, their recruitment process starts with a call. I've noticed it from different fields, everything. Yes, sometimes they send an email, but the first thing they do is they call. After they've confirmed that you are still interested in job, that's okay, I'll send you an email with further information and all of that. So these teaching agencies contacted me by looking at my profile and viewing my CV on CV Library. Like, hello, I'm this from that. Okay, I viewed your profile on CV Library. It shows you have teaching experience. Are you still job hunting? Are you still interested in the job? Like I said, 2, if no 3, because 1 didn't work out. If 3 recruiters have contacted me from CV Library, then of course CV Library hold them tight. Build your profile, especially if you're looking for teaching assistant jobs. You guys, I'll do another video probably after this one on how to get teaching assistant jobs, because a lot of people have been asking me. Even though I've done a video on that, they're still not satisfied. They want more information. Okay, so write your CV, a compelling CV post it, your teaching CV, post it on CV Library. Trust me, teaching agencies will reach out. Before you get to them, they will get to you first, because of course this is September is next month. School is resuming. Supply teachers are in high demand, like especially when school just recently resumed. So try your luck. CV Library, hold it tight. Recruiters can view your profile. They'll reach out to you directly before you reach out to them. Mind you, it's also a job site like Indeed and Glassdoor, so they also advertise for jobs. You can still apply, so it's a two-way thing. You're applying to them and they're applying to you. Like, you're going to them and they're coming to you. So CV Library is a double-edged sword. It's more like Indeed vest, and basically you get, so hold CV Library very, very tight. The website is simple, CV Library, that's it, and you start. Another option is gov.uk site. That's like the UK official job hunting site also. I think I will include the link in the description, but it's gov.uk, where they advertise for all the jobs on Indeed, all the jobs on Glassdoor, all the jobs on CV. Like, you will find them on gov.uk. The only thing I don't like about gov.uk is that I don't know if they don't delete old jobs or jobs that people have already hired for, because all of those things you will find them there. New jobs are there, but they just have everything on the gov.uk site. Okay, now the good thing about gov.uk site is the fact that it's yes, all of these sites streamlines your search, but with gov.uk it makes it really slimmer. For instance, if you're applying to a teaching assistant role in Leeds, Leeds is quite big. Under Leeds you have Roundhay, you have Amley, you have Hyde Park, you have Headingley, you have different regions in Leeds. So you can actually choose the part of Leeds you want to job hunting. Okay, of course you might choose those places and apply to those places. They will not hire you, but you get, it just gives you more option to streamline your search. I want to work in Headingley, I don't want to work outside Headingley, maybe because Headingley is my area and I want a place that is quite close, very close to me. But of course, you know how God works now. Maybe that one you're applying to is not where you want to be, but gov.uk has robust options, like robust. You can choose the particular city, you can choose your pay, you can choose your minimum travel time, you can choose anything. But like I said, the only downside to that site is the fact that, I don't know, they don't delete old jobs, or you see a lot of outdated jobs there. So while you're applying, also be checking the dates to be sure that you're not wasting your time, you're not firing from all cylinders and wasting precious time. Okay, another option you have is referrals. Hey God, see, if you come to the UK, don't keep your mouth shut about nothing. When you come to the UK and you are job hunting, if you go out to social events, when you meet people, oh please, I'm job hunting, I'm looking for a job. If you go to church, I'm looking for anybody you see, speak to them about the fact that you are job hunting. You know why? Most of these companies have vacancies, but they don't like advertise it publicly. It's only people within the companies that know that there's a vacancy. So when you always speak about the fact that, oh, you're job hunting, somebody might just say, oh, in my company they are looking for someone, they're looking for, just like that, you can land a job. You get, it's also important, especially if you attend a Pentecostal church. No shades to Catholics, but mostly, you know, well, if you join a society, it's different. But in Catholics, we are always serious. Just go to pray, come back. But if you join a Pentecostal church where everybody, like, where there is a sense of more community, you even stand a chance of landing a job, because in those places, those churches are willing, members are willing to help, especially new people. So try and be going to church, try and be going to, I don't know how the mosque works anyways, but try and be communicating with other people, because referral is a very important thing. Again, most companies don't advertise for certain roles because they feel like, we just need to speak to 1 or 2 employees and those spaces will be filled. No need to stress and go and, okay. So take the power of referrals, very important. Speak to people about the fact that you are job hunting. Anybody you meet, you go to church, even inside the bus. Let me even have a confession. Let me even confess that when I came newly, that's what I used to do. If I speak to anybody that just comes, oh, I'm job hunting. Anybody that meets me, I'm job hunting. One time I met someone, an older man, in the bus, and of course the first thing I would say when we don't, hey, hi, where are you from? I am job hunting, sir. And then that initial time he's like, oh, he's going to ask his company if there's a vacancy or something. And then he asked, like 2 days later, he reached out to me, oh, I'm sorry, my company says there's no vacancy. I walked in. I don't even say I'm a bad person, but please, you don't have vacancy. So why do we have to communicate? No need, no point. Like, it was as if did I feel guilty? I don't feel guilty, but I beg, if you know if you give me a job, just leave me alone. You get? So referrals are very important. Speak to people you don't know. You don't know who your helper is, okay? So take that very seriously. The next option is LinkedIn. Why did I keep LinkedIn really down? LinkedIn is LinkedIn. Like, of course, LinkedIn is Oga, one of the big Ogas top out there. So in the UK they take LinkedIn very seriously. Like, I've not been, one of the first classes you get, your lecturer will say, do you have a LinkedIn profile? Create a LinkedIn profile, build a LinkedIn profile, always post content on LinkedIn. Then I upload their LinkedIn. I am very lazy to post on LinkedIn. Even like when school was in session last semester, some events I attended, it tire me, but LinkedIn is very important, because LinkedIn is, of course, recruiters can reach out to you directly via your message box, but then you have to be active on LinkedIn. You have to show your skills on LinkedIn, basically, you get. But people like me, I'm so lazy to on LinkedIn, so maybe next semester that will change. But LinkedIn is very important. But to get the best out of LinkedIn, you have to be on premium subscription, unfortunately. If you're still new and you don't have money, but to get the best out of LinkedIn, you have to be on premium, because with premium you can chat recruiters directly, and then chatting them directly also serves like submitting your cover letter. So that first message you send to them explaining your skills, showing that you can, proving that you can do the job, serves as your cover letter. And of course, you can attach your CV to that email or to that message. So LinkedIn is very important. Like, aside you job hunting, create a presence on, I'm even speaking to myself at this point, because create a social presence on LinkedIn, because it may not happen now, but in the future, what if in the future you finally get a job and you finally apply to a particular job and they're like, okay, please, can we check out your LinkedIn? That could be the final thing that makes them decide whether to hire you or not. So let me give you guys a few small, just very short gist. So over the summer, I got an email for an interview for this particular sales and marketing role. I was so happy. Like, I was like, hey God, please let this work out, let this work. And then the lady is like, okay, expect a call from me later today. She already scheduled me for an interview for Friday. Like, today is Thursday, for instance. That's when I got the mail. She already scheduled me for a 9 a.m. interview on Friday, and I was so excited. I was praying. She's like, expect a call from me later today. I was waiting, only for her to call and say, oh, and ask, okay, how many hours? Anyways, guys, long story short, I didn't get the job because of my 20 hours limit. I tried to reach out to them, to the CEO via LinkedIn, but I didn't have a premium subscription. So that was it. So LinkedIn is important, especially if you have a premium subscription. Another option is the offline search. Offline searches are important because if you go to, for instance, you go to your city center, most of these companies, especially retail stores, always have vacancy. They say, we are looking for sales this, we are looking for retail assistant, we are looking, they always paste it on the doors of their. So offline search is also important because most of these not too big businesses or even big malls and all of that, they always have it at their door because they know that people will pass. So it's easier for them to recruit that way than coming online to, you know, advertise for those jobs. So when you in the evenings like this, or when you don't have so much to do, you can just take a stroll around your area, maybe go to the city center. You will definitely, you can even when you don't see those ads on the doors of these places, you can actually walk to them and ask them, please, do you have vacancies? What is it you are? Offline search is also important. Don't take that for granted, okay? Another option is to go to the career page of these employers. So I've seen a lot of people talk about the fact that most of these job sites are not so effective with job hunting. Well, they've helped me, so I cannot say for sure. But the career page of these websites, of these employers, are also important because that's where they advertise for jobs in real time. And once those roles have been taken, they always close down, or you won't see those roles. So any job you see on the career page of a company's website, just know that that job, they are actively hiring for it. So it's also important because it goes directly to them. It doesn't come through Indeed or come through, for me, I don't feel like those applications coming through Indeed or through Glassdoor takes more time or are giving less attention. I feel it's the same thing, but a lot of people argue that it blocks the way somehow. So if you can go to if you check these jobs on Indeed and you go to the career page of these employees and you see those same jobs, maybe you can consider applying that directly on their career page. Okay, so basically these are some of the options. My storage space is going, like, this video keeps breaking because I keep getting notification that my storage space is full. Anyway, so these are some of the job sites I feel are very important if you are job hunting in the UK. So you can try explore offline, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Indeed, CV Library, Referrals, go to churches, social events, birthdays, still speak to people. Don't be shy about your problems, okay? I hope you have a very swell, come and enjoy the things you are enjoying in the UK. Come and enjoy with us, okay? I hope you have a very swell time here, and of course a very productive one, okay? See you in the next video. Bye bye. To those, no, I must use to those. See you in the next video. To those.